And a very good morning to all three of you who are listening this week. It was up in the 90s. A bit of sunshine. Nice to get a bit of sunshine and a dose of vitamin D. Or whatever the vitamins the sun gives us. What is it? Is it D or is it C? Well, it felt good and that's the main thing, huh? But then again, it's probably bad for us. Just like drinking too much coffee. Eating bananas, now that's a new one. Or not wearing your mask. I was reading earlier on about how people are feeling very tired and running low on energy, all due to this COVID epidemic. Is it going away? Will it ever go away? All the news is doom and gloom as usual. Social media and mainstream swamping us with stories that would drive anybody mad with anxiety. If we let it. So Sunday morning, I'm back to the clouds, back to the floods, the hailstones. And don't forget the water shortage coming up soon as well. Just another day. Well, I've got a couple of friends over there in the USA, in North Pennsylvania, who I call the Professor and his wife, Lady Professor. Lee and Barbara, and they like to hear the stories about the famous people that I've bumped into. So here's a few going back to the time when I first got to London. Now, one of the first serious gigs I ever had was playing the piano at the Grosvenor House Hotel on London's Park Lane. Now, I'll tell you another time I actually got that gig. It was a great place to see and meet the rich and famous, you know. I just wish I had a camera back then, but you gotta remember, it was the late 1980s and the Apple phone was just a twinkle in Steve Jobs' eye. Now, some of the stars you meet can be a bit offish, but most of them have been really, really nice, you know. One for you. I was sitting at the piano one afternoon doing an afternoon tea session, you know, laid back stuff. I guess ideal for people having business meetings or old dears sipping their tea and nibbling away on their salmon and cucumber thinly cut sandwiches. And I remember I was playing a lovely song by Michael Jackson called She's Out of My Life. And I heard this gentle clapping coming from behind me, and sitting there in a tall back chair was a tiny little lady clapping away. And it was LaToya Jackson, Michael's sister. And she even looked like him. And she said to me, "My brother sings that song." And I kind of looked at her dumbstruck and, "No, really?" Here's another one. One afternoon I was playing in the lobby and in walks Muhammad Ali. Everybody just clapped and he walks by, and a very charismatic man, a very calming presence about him. And I got a smile and a little wave from him as he passed by. And it was a funny moment when I was sitting there playing away one afternoon, and sitting opposite me was the actor Charlton Heston. And maybe some of the listeners have no idea who I'm talking about. But this actor's played Jesus, Moses, Samson, all the A-listers from the Bible. But I couldn't get this vision of Moses out of my head when he's sitting there, you know. And start playing all this religious music. Don't ask me why. It's funny how we associate these people with the characters that they portray. There's another actor who I met a while after by the name of Robert Powell, who also played Jesus in the Ten Commandments. And he was somewhat taken aback when I said to him, "Well, the last time I saw you, you were nailed to a cross."